Hey, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what to do if you have just £1,000 to start, scale and grow a UK property portfolio. If you're new to this channel, if you can smash the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more of my videos. Also, just hit the like button, that will really help me out with the algorithm, and feel free to leave me a question or comment below that I will personally get back to. So let's get into this right now. First of all, if you have £1,000 saved up in the bank, a massive congratulations and well done. Many people never, ever reach that level. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you've got £1,000 in the bank account. Well done, but that's still not a lot of money. And your options are going to be relatively limited. However, there are things you can 100% do. Let's take a look at the UK's hottest property strategies, because there's many ways in which you can personally make money in property. You've got things like single lets, HMOs, lease options. You've got serviced accommodation, rent to rent deals. You can do commercial conversions, land development. There's many ways in which you can make money, but for many of these strategies, certainly if you're buying property, you're gonna need to go and raise or have access to tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds. Another great strategy is something called deal packaging. So with just £1,000 saved in the bank, many of these strategies are not going to be possible for you. So the main strategies that I believe you could do easily with just £1,000 in the bank account, you've got things like rent to rent, serviced accommodation or HMO, or you have another option, which is something we call deal packaging. Rent to rent, serviced accommodation or HMO is a high cash flowing property strategy. You get started by using other people's property, so you haven't got to buy something. With a rent to rent, you are literally renting it from a landlord via the legal contract and framework, and that landlord is then allowing you to use it as serviced accommodation. So you may use Airbnb or booking.com. You may find guests through your own website, contractors, couples, families. And with serviced accommodation, they are renting that property from you on a night by night basis. So you don't have any tenants, you have guests. With a HMO, a house in multiple occupancy, you're taking a property, converting that into say 4, 5 or 6 rooms, and then you're renting those rooms out to tenants, professionals, on what we call an AST contract. So they do become a tenant. Both of these are amazing to get started. The other option is deal packaging. So what is deal packaging? And this is an amazing strategy to start with, because this strategy here will give you cash flow. And typically, if you get the right rent to rent deal in the right location with the right guests or tenants, you can be making in the region of £15,000 per year per property. Now, of course, some will do less and some will do more. With deal packaging, you become the middle person. So this is you here as the deal packager. Hope you like my artwork. Here you go and find houses that are for sale, and here you go and find investors. and you literally marry up the investor with the deal, and you can typically charge 3 to 5K per deal, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. Because here's the thing, over here, many investors, they want to obtain the property, but they just don't know how to do it. Or they've got limited time, or they're not great at viewings, or they don't know how to analyze deals. So you can become literally the middle person. When you'll do deal packaging, you've only got to package, say, 1 deal a month or 2 deals a month, and you can be making some serious income. You can then take the cash flow that you make from this cash flow strategy, keep the cash flow, and then go and buy your own properties. Invest in single lets, invest in owning assets, and you can do exactly the same with deal packaging. So I believe that if you have got not a lot of money, that this is going to be a great starting point. But here's the thing, with just £1,000 in the bank, that is still going to be relatively difficult to get started, because both of these strategies require you to set up your business, go and find the deals. There are some time, obviously there's time involved as well. So with just £1,000, your options are very, very limited. And this is what I would more advise you do. I would keep saving until you've got £3,000 to £5,000 in the bank. And then the most important thing is to get yourself on some type of advanced training. You know, I'm one of the co-owners of Assets for Life. We're a leading UK property business and wealth training company. Of course, I sell training courses and mentoring programs, but I never sell to anyone that has literally got just a few pennies left. I'd never take food off the table. And I do have training courses that can start from about £1,000. But if it's your only 1,000 and your last 1,000, then I wouldn't advise you at the moment investing in my training course. Now, you can go and leverage cheap money. You could get someone to JV with you. I personally invested training in credit cards, but I wouldn't advise everyone to do that, because you have to understand there's always an element of risk. And you need to make sure that if you do leverage cheap money, that you are going to do the work and you're going to get the results. So at this current stage, what I would be advising you to do is the following. Keep saving. So number one is to keep saving your money until you get to 3 to 5K. That's really important. Number two, I would keep consuming content. I've got loads of stuff on my YouTube channel. You can find me on Instagram, Liam J. Ryan Wealth. You can consume more videos. I share so much good stuff. You can listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, read books. You can attend webinars. I do lots of webinars online where you can keep consuming content that's going to build your confidence levels, and you can actually start putting things in place before you invest in some type of advanced training. So that's really important. Keep looking at the content. And then I would also be thinking about JV partners. So something you can do is you can go and use other people's money, and you might find somebody that will invest in you and invest in your education, and then you can pay them a fixed rate return. I actually did this for one of my own personal training courses and mentoring programs back in 2015. I wanted to learn how to become a speaker and a trainer, and I invested into speaker training and mentoring, and I needed about £15,000, and I didn't have any money. I just invested £25,000 on interest-only credit cards for training and mentoring purposes. So I went to an investor. and they lent me the £15,000. I paid them a 10% fixed rate return. And that was one of my first ever joint ventures with a private funder. And now I've personally raised over £9 million in joint venture funding. And a lot of the property deals that I do is using OPM. This is what we call OPM, other people's money. The other thing to consider is if you've got only £1,000 in the bank, maybe you've only just started to save, and if that's you, a massive well done and congratulations. Maybe that £1,000 has taken many, many years to save, and that may indicate a couple of things. Number one, you can make money, but you're not very good at managing money. So something for you to consider, managing your money better. Or maybe you're just not very good at making money, but you've managed to manage your money a little bit better. So always be thinking about how to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply your money. And certainly when you start getting involved with property strategies, you can really make money, manage money, and also multiply money. So, hey, if you're watching this right now and you've only got £1,000, I would say do nothing in terms of getting into a strategy because you do need a bit more money. Think about joint venture partners. Once you've got £3,000 to £5,000 in the bank, then hey, go and invest in some type of advanced training. So I run many different types of boot camps with my partners, and it would be lovely for you to become one of my graduates or one of my students, but I'm not going to take food off the table. I want to make sure that you've got capital available to invest, and then that way you're going to turn up, you're going to be committed, you're going to go and get the best results. And the ultimate way to get involved with any strategy is by using OPM, other people's money. And I've worked with so many individuals that literally just had a few £1,000s available. They use that for their education. They use that to set their website up, the compliances, all of the things that you need to do initially to be compliant and transparent. And then they literally focused in on OPM, other people's money, and they've gone on to build multiple deals, multi-million-pound property portfolios. So if we can do it, you can definitely do it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, make sure you hit subscribe, hit that like button, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.